The common belief in functional fitness is that you need an hour-long, high-intensity full-body workout to see real results. But proven studies and analyzed data show this is the exact opposite of what your body actually needs. For 14 days, I ignored all the complex programs and combined just 2 bodyweight exercises, walking in place and the deep squat. But the transformation that followed completely redefined my understanding of strength training and fat loss. We're not talking about marginal changes. We're talking about a strategic solution to achieving rapid body recomposition from a simple home workout that anyone can do. Most people struggle to stick with exercise because they believe the lie that fitness requires massive, painful commitments. They drive to the gym, crush a session, but they are so exhausted that they fail to build a consistent habit. They go all in for 1 hour, but they spend the other 23 hours completely sedentary. But this approach is fundamentally flawed. It creates a fitness fatigue cycle that is impossible to maintain. We analyzed this data and designed a 2-week experiment that focuses on high-frequency, low-impact activity to optimize for consistency and joint health. We chose walking in place for low-impact cardio and the bodyweight squat as the ultimate functional movement for building leg strength and total core strength. I was the ultimate skeptic, but the undeniable results are what we call the daily movement formula, and we'll show you the full breakdown in a minute. But first, let's talk about the conflict everyone faces. The truth is, you're exhausted from complicated routines. You want to feel stronger, but the thought of another grueling session is a mental block. You're feeling sluggish, unmotivated, and your clothes are getting tight. This is the common struggle. The conflict is not a lack of effort. It's a lack of a sustainable, beginner-friendly plan. Everyone thinks they need a complex program, but you only need a simple, repeatable daily exercise that you can do with 0 excuses. That was my starting point. I felt sluggish, my energy was in the gutter, and I needed something I could commit to daily without fail. I knew that consistency is the only way to build a daily routine that lasts. But to get consistency, I had to strip away every barrier. No driving to a gym, no equipment, and no complex choreography. I had to know if simple, consistent movement could actually beat the occasional, all-out, intense workout. Before starting, I had to face the reality of my baseline. I grabbed the scale, and the number was 178 pounds. My waist was 38 inches, my hips were 44 inches, and my right thigh measured 26 inches. These numbers told a story of neglect and stagnation, but they were the necessary before for a dramatic after. This was day 0, and the 14-day experiment for building strength and better full-body mobility had officially begun. The plan was inspired by the principles of exercise snacking, which is all about short, frequent bursts of activity. The goal was to break up the day with 3 to 4 short sessions. Each session followed the same simple protocol. 5 minutes of light, marching to warm up, 5 minutes of steady walking in place for low-impact cardio. But then came the powerhouse move. 5 minutes of as many good-form bodyweight training repetitions of the squat as possible. Day 1 was easy, but by day 2, the intense, deep muscle soreness arrived. My quads were screaming, and my glutes were constantly protesting. This is the moment where 90% of people quit a new at-home workout. The routine felt almost mind-numbingly boring. March, 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 squat, squat, squat. There was no exciting class, no playlist to get lost in, but I had to keep reminding myself of the core mission, prove that daily exercise and consistency are the real secret weapon, not intensity. By day 4, the acute pain began to fade, replaced by a dull ache that felt like progress. The mental challenge, however, was just starting. Sticking to something so monotonous is its own kind of hard, but I was determined to push through the fatigue, but the monotony. 1 week down, 1 to go. By day 7, the transformation was already beginning to show. The initial crippling soreness was gone, replaced by a satisfying sense of development. The deep squat was no longer awkward. My squat mobility had visibly improved. I was sinking lower, keeping my chest up, and I could finally feel my glutes doing the work, not just my quads. I hadn't touched the scale, but my pants were noticeably looser. The sluggish, groggy feeling in the mornings was lifting, replaced by a clean burst of energy. I wasn't as bloated. The science confirmed why this was working. Bodyweight squats are a powerful compound movement that fires up the largest muscles in your body: the glutes and quads. Waking up these huge muscle groups is like turning on your body's metabolic engine, which is key for strength building. Furthermore, research shows that short, frequent squat breaks are incredibly effective at managing blood sugar after a meal, making your body more efficient at using energy instead of storing it as fat. Feeling those small but significant changes was all the motivation I needed to crush the final week. Going into week 2, the routine was no longer a chore, but a habitual daily routine. The consistency was now a habit. To keep the body adapting, I followed the principle of progressive overload. During the walking segments, I started mixing in higher knees and butt kicks to boost my heart rate, but for the squats, I focused on going deeper and slower to truly maximize the time under tension. This is when the visible results truly accelerated. I felt genuinely stronger. The 15-minute blocks felt easier, even though I was pushing myself harder. My overall endurance had improved. The puffiness around my midsection began to disappear, but faint lines of muscle definition began to emerge in my legs. The last 7 days flew by, fueled by this new momentum and a burning curiosity to see the final, quantifiable results. The morning of day 15 arrived. I was nervous, but I was confident that I had built a powerful daily exercise habit. First, the weigh-in. I stepped on the scale, but the new number flashed 173 pounds. I had lost a total of 5 pounds in 2 weeks, without a gym or heavy weights. I was thrilled, but the real test was in the measurements. My new waist was 36 inches, a loss of 2 full inches. My hips dropped to 42.5 inches, a loss of 1.5 inches, but my right thigh measured 25 inches, a loss of 1 inch. The numbers were undeniable proof of body recomposition. But the side-by-side photo comparison was the most impactful. The before me looked soft and bloated. The after me was visibly tighter, but the bloat was gone, and my legs had a completely new, toned, and defined shape. This was the result of consistent, intelligent effort, not just random, exhausting exercise. So how did this massive change happen from 2 simple no-equipment workout movements? It boils down to the 3 core components of the daily movement formula. First, consistency. The exercise snack approach meant I never missed a session. That constant daily stimulus is everything for kickstarting your metabolism and establishing a powerful daily routine. Second, muscle activation. The bodyweight exercises of the squat built lean muscle in my glutes and quads. More muscle increases your resting metabolic rate, meaning you burn more calories even when you're doing nothing. But the combination with the low-impact cardio of walking was the perfect 1-2 punch for rapid fat loss and strength building. Third, metabolic health. Short bursts of activity throughout the day dramatically improve your body's ability to handle the food you eat. It's not just about calories burned, but about improving insulin sensitivity, which is the key to minimizing fat storage. This challenge was the ultimate proof that you can achieve a huge body recomposition by losing fat while building lean, metabolism-boosting muscle. The results weren't just on the scale. They were in my energy levels, my mood, and a newfound feeling of control and pain-free movement. This 14-day experiment completely changed my outlook on functional fitness. You don't need an expensive gym membership or to block out hours of the day. What you need is the decision to start and the commitment to be consistent. This beginner-friendly routine is perfect for anyone who has ever felt overwhelmed by fitness. If you are going to try this, my advice is to follow the formula. 10 to 15 minutes, 3 times a day. Warm up, walk in place for low-impact cardio for about 5 to 7 minutes, but then focus on your strength exercises with perfect form bodyweight squats for the remaining time. Remember that results will always vary based on your starting point and diet, but the principle of consistency is universal. We're all on a journey to feel stronger and achieve pain-free movement. Before we wrap up, don't forget to subscribe to the Daily Strength Project for more no-nonsense strength training and bodyweight exercises. If you are ready to continue your journey to build real functional strength and full body mobility, you need a comprehensive plan. Click the video on your screen now to watch the next step in our series.